Hello, I'm Asatsu 5, and this is the Cold Steel Tiger karambit. I'm going to go ahead and get started today with some stats about this knife. It weighs 5.4 ounces. The blade length is 5 inches, and the overall length is 9 3/4 inches, which is a fairly good sized karambit in my book. It is legal to carry around in Texas. I don't know about other states, but I have EDC'd this blade for a little bit. I was kind of hesitant to EDC it, not because I don't like the blade, but you can't just walk around town and decide you need to cut something and pull a karambit out. People will look at you funny, which is really sad. I think it's sad when you don't want to carry a knife because you're afraid of scaring people. Yeah, that's just because other people aren't educated like others in the knife community. Anyways, that's a different subject. I'm kind of losing myself. But anyways, this is really a pretty cool knife design. The karambit itself originated in Indonesia, and from there moved to Malaysia and the Philippines. It's widely used in Southeast Asia as a utility knife. Yeah, they just walk around with it. They need to cut something, they pull it out, cut some rope, no one thinks anything of it, which I think is awesome, especially with this cool design. But anyways, they also incorporated it into their martial arts system in Southeast Asia. Like Pangkat Silat in Indonesia, or in the Philippines, Eskrimi. And they use it for self-defense also. And although I'm not necessarily trained to use a karambit, I can see some of its benefits. It having this safety ring right here, as some refer to it. You can either hold it in the forward grip or the reverse grip. It's going to be very difficult to have it taken from you, and that also plays in your favor if you're using it as a utility knife. If you like to boat or you sail or fish, you're going to be around water. If you're on the boat, it's kind of not necessarily very stable ground you're on. You're kind of floating, swaying around. But it's very easy to drop a knife when you're in those wet, uneven conditions. And I believe that a safety ring plays a part in using it as a fishing knife or a boating knife, because if your hands are wet, you have that safety ring. That's added protection against you dropping it. And also, if you're doing a cut with it and you have like something way out here, you can just poke it in and then pull, and it cuts, and it keeps all of the material right in this area. And so it makes it a great cuddle. Another advantage is if you're rock climbing or doing anything that has to do with a lot of ropes. If you're parachuting, sometimes you need a knife when you're parachuting to cut your parachute off of you. But you can use this safety ring to hang on to it and make sure you don't drop it when you're rock climbing, or you don't drop it when you're parachuting. But you can also use that, put it on your carabiner. It's definitely not going to leave you then. And the Secure X sheath that Cold Steel makes is very sturdy too. It's not going to come out. So it's a very well made sheath and knife system. It's a very well designed knife. Still, some people do not like the karambit. They say it has limited uses. And I just say to them, hey, look, you can cut rope with it. You can open up boxes very easily with it. If you ever had to, let me get something right here, have a little bit of paper towel. It's not necessarily something that needs to be cut, but I'm just using it to demo to you. If you need to cut something, you can put it around here, and that little curved blade kind of capsules it. So all you have to do is pull, and you can see how it catches the material when you cut with it. So I think it's a very good knife if you're going to do a job like stocking, opening up boxes, cutting rope. I think it's great for that. And if you know how to use it in a self-defense situation, I think it's a great self-defense knife, like I said before, because it's hard to be disarmed with it. A few other things I forgot to say about the knife itself. It's made out of Osate steel, and the handle itself is made out of Golvery with an oval mold of Kraton, so it makes it very sticky and very grippy to the hand. You don't even have to use a safety ring. You can just grab it and it's going to stay in your hand. You know, you're not going to lose it, you're not going to drop it. And also the safety ring, if you need to use it for a less than lethal application, or you need to use it for busting out a window, getting out of your vehicle, you know, you can hammer down with it. I'm not going to hit this holder wood table that hard, but it's you know, it's a great impact weapon. And if you have to like break a window, you can hit it. You cut your seatbelt off. It's awesome. And like I believe I said this before, I EDC'd this knife for a little bit, and I didn't use it as much as I wanted to, just because when I was out in public areas, you know, it's just an intimidating looking knife. And just that's another reason why some people don't like it, is, you know, they don't want something that looks that intimidating, which is cool. But I for one like the karambit. I believe it'll serve you well in any application you want to use it for. I've seen some karambits with a double edge on it. I don't necessarily care for those, but anyways, this is the Cold Steel Tiger. I believe it is not a limited use or you know, a specialized weapon. I just believe that it's an interesting knife, and I believe it looks cool too. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the box below. I'm Asatsu5, and I'm out.